Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 16th. It's a wonderful, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning fairly earlier than I wanted to. Bruce had me out a few times throughout the night. Kind of is what it is when you got old dogs and you kind of have to just understand that things are going to go poorly for them some nights. So got out, everything went decent. Went ahead from there. Finally got up, got my wife, she got off to work, got the dogs all outside, got them all played with, and got them all separated out and fed, and all the good fun stuff that comes with that. So that's probably the hardest part of this, besides not being able to leave your house, kind of feeling trapped in your house all day. But getting them all separated out to feed them is the most time consuming part of all of it. So, but I got that done, got a few things outside done, got the printer running, messed around with all the good fun stuff that comes with messing with the printer. So from there, I was able to get a couple other things taken care of. Went ahead, had another dog get dropped off today, so I had to kind of schedule that time frame in for when it was coming. And then I had the gentleman who's going to do my concrete work. He's going to come by yesterday, ended up pushing it back till today. And I figured he's come recommended by a couple people, and he actually hadn't seen the property yet, because I looked at Google Maps. I know what it is. It's a rectangle. I don't really need to be there per se. And I told him before, I'd really rather you get here and lay eyes on it just to make sure that exactly what it is, where the gates are and all that kind of fun stuff before we, move forward. And also I wanted to meet the guy and make sure he wasn't just like complete total dickhead, because if he showed up looking all methy or like a complete asshole, then I was going to go with someone else. So it is what it is there. So I went ahead. The guy finally reached out and said he was on his way back, sent me a GPS ETA. So I went ahead, and from there, really? You're supposed to stop! Fucking people. Stupid car, like, just apparently doesn't know the rules. You're supposed to stop for people. Dumbasses. People are dumb as hell. So went ahead, sent me a ETA coming back up from Titusville on 95. So it worked out well for us. So he got there, I put the dogs inside before he got there, and met him outside at the gate. I had to come to the house, mess with the little dogs. So I went ahead and proceeded from there, look around, showed the place, and basically said, yeah, it's a pretty simple job. I told him he could back the concrete truck right in if you wanted to. He said, no, he'll just run it down. He has like a concrete mule buggy thing, whatever, I guess. He'll leave the concrete truck out in the street and then just move it there, which, hey, if that's what he wants to do, go for it, I don't care. My thought was if he could back the truck all the way in, it'd save him a lot of time and hassle, and probably actually save my yard more. But I think they're concerned about getting the concrete truck stuck, being this ground on here is not the most solid with the sand and whatnot. It doesn't do great for driving trucks on. So I was like, hey, whatever makes you happy. So we talked about the slope I wanted in it and all this kind of stuff and whatnot. We got talking about basically his father and my father-in-law and different little things and stuff. We talked about kind of things. We didn't seem like a nice enough guy, and I told him we got the permitting, everything done. And then I guess because I thought he was talking we were going to dig the forms and form it in the morning and pour that afternoon, and it turns out I guess he's going to dig it and form it and then pour it the next day. So I guess I got to have the city come by and inspect it also, or whatever. So who knows, we'll see what happens there. So I also got to get it treated for termites, because the concrete pad touches the house. So I got to pay for termite treatment, which doesn't really make sense to me, because it is what it is. Because my thought is the termites are in that 12-foot by 55-foot section. They're in my house also. Like, I don't understand the difference, but apparently because I'm butting it up against the house, I have to have the treatment done before I can pour the concrete. But whatever, I don't care. So as long as it gets done. Talked to my bug lady, who is a client of mine. I watch her dog quite a bit. So she basically said that she wanted as much notice as possible. I said, well, we're looking at by the end of this week, we're going to have it done. They'll dig it one day, pour the next, and she says she can make that work. We can go from there and get the treatment done real quick. And honestly, I don't even care if the treatment gets done, as long as I get the certificate signed off saying it was done. Because, like I said, if the termites are in my yard, they're out in the yard, they're in the house anyway. It doesn't make a damn bit difference, but it's what code says, so that's what I got to do. So I got to basically make sure it gets done. So went ahead from there. He left, got a couple other things done. Went and got my run in, got back from my run. Dog got dropped off, and it's this old geriatric Rottweiler. I don't know what it's mixed with, but it kind of looks like it has a beagle face. But somebody said Ridgeback to her one time, mixed the thing, but he's just old and lumpy and whatnot. So he's a little grumpy, but he's not too bad. And the young dogs here are playing with him and stuff, so he's kind of he wants to play, but he doesn't have a lot of energy, so he doesn't get to play very much. But it's going well. They're doing good, and I went ahead and got done with that. Went ahead, after I got back from my run and my shower, I fired up my grill. Not knowing exactly what time my wife's gonna get home, I texted her and said, hey, what time are you hoping to get off? Because a lot of times she'll work late, and with the grill, I don't want to have to, with steaks, I want to have them come off the grill and heat them. I don't want to reheat them, kind of thing. So, and she's like, yeah, absolutely, I should be home 5:30. She's gonna get off work with her goal. So I figured, cool, I'll plan on eating like 6. Go from there towards, let me know when she's on her way home, and throw the steaks on the grill, and then they'll be ready to go after that. And so I had the grill fired up, because big green egg sometimes takes a little bit to fire up, and I don't know if my lump charcoal gets a little bit humid or what, but some days are a lot worse than others. And today wasn't horrible, but I did start with like the chimney and got my starter coals going real good, and then from there put them in the grill and got it going. Got the grill all cleaned up, and then basically sat there waiting. My mom had bought like a pork roast thing, I don't know, tenderloin, whatever, wrapped in bacon that she wanted me to cook on the grill also. And my plan was to chuck it on there after I was done with the steaks and kind of let it just cook through. Well, I got time, I'm waiting here anyway. So I went ahead and chucked the pork loin in there with the bacon wrapped. And also the bacon dripping on the coals would help give them more flavor for my filet mignons when I cook those. So went ahead and got those started. Wife said she was on her way home. I don't know if she had time to stop by the pharmacy because she needed to pick up a prescription, I think, for the father-in-law. So I said, absolutely. I said, Mom needs one picked up as well. And she goes, all their different pharmacies, because her dad deals with CVS, my mom deals with Walgreens. So I was like, okay. So she goes, well, I have time for both. I said, absolutely, if you want to take the time to do it. So she ran by both places, picked them both up. And then when she left Walgreens, she texted me, so I threw the steaks on the grill and got them all cooking up good. Got them to a nice medium rare. Usually I stick a little more rare, but with my mother and my wife both eating them, I wanted to make sure they were done enough. So I kept the biggest piece back for myself, knowing it'd be the least cooked, and theirs were gonna be a little bit more cooked. And grilled up 4 steaks, and damn, they turned out phenomenal. And ironically enough, right as mine were getting done, the temp gauge in the pork loin said it was done too. So I was like, sweet. So I put all the meat on the plate, took it inside, got the dogs all fed, so they're all separated out for their feeding times, so we can eat dinner in peace, and then had ourselves a wonderful steak meal. Holy shit, that was good. One of the better fillets I've ever had from Sam's Club, which is where they got it. So super happy to have that, and it was cooked phenomenally. I gotta say, I did a really good job. Often with pieces of meat like that, I'll sous vide it so it gets basically the exact temperature I want, and I'll just char it on the grill. But this time I cooked all the way through. A nice little, charcoal smell to it, nice little hickory, and it had a great little flavor. So had potatoes and then carrots, like a glazed or candied carrots on top. Hey, I just found myself a quarter. So you gotta love that. Willing to make money on my run. So I went ahead, had ourselves a nice little meal, headed back outside, played with the dog again, and basically played with the 3D printer for a while and smoked myself a nice cigar and all the good fun stuff that comes with that. So been printing stuff in the 3D printer. The new head's working great. It's got a little bit of string going on, but I still haven't messed with it yet. I need to figure that out, but it's all good in the hood. So went ahead, and that's pretty much all I got for now. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.